Welcome, everyone. We want to thank you for taking some time out of your day to be with us. Come on, let's get to the root of it.
In these times that we live, we take strides to move forward. We strive to be more, stay strong and be focused. Start a while, we make choices, live or die. The takeover starts at the root, and the truth may be hard to swallow. Step one, self-love above anything else. Unlock peace and happiness.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and thank you for tuning in to At the Root of It. Tonight, I just wanted to come on and I want to randomly talk to some people out here tonight. I want to share this this stream because I was doing a series on lust versus love, fidelity, and trust. And we didn't get to two of the topics, but one of them was really getting to me, and that one was trust. We really need to discuss trust. So I wanted to just come on here. It's Random Monday. I want you to come and chime in and tell me what you feeling. Yes, Tifa Teef. Hello, Booby. Thank you for tuning in for me. I just really felt like this topic needed to be spoken about. And it's Monday, and I'm just like, okay, maybe this is the right time to actually do it. And this is not written or anything. I want everybody to actually chime in on this, because the question that I ask myself is, should trust be freely given, or should it be earned? And Tifa would say, because I know Tifa Teef, Tifa would say she starts from 0 and goes, and people have to earn their way up to 100. Whereas I'm a person, hey D, hey Tip, and hey Jen, thank you for tuning in, guys. It's so random, but I just really want to talk about trust, because sometimes we're too trusting, and sometimes we don't trust at all, and that can be a hindrance too. So what is the happy medium? What is where do you start at? You know what I mean? And like I'm on the total opposite of the spectrum of Tifa. You see, she said you start at 0, baby. And I am a person that starts at 100. And I think that I might be getting something wrong. Right, because trust is earned. And I just really think that I might be getting some things kind of messed up, you know what I mean? Because of the simple fact that, first of all, Tifa has been married for 11 years. So, but not to say that she hasn't gone through her ups and downs and things of that nature, but she has accomplished some things in her life thinking the way that she does. So that's why it's like, all right, y'all, let me know what y'all think. What do you do? D says that she starts at 100. You start at 100, D? What about you, Ro? I got my nieces here with me. She's live. She's not on camera, but you'll be able to hear her. Like, what do you think, Ro? What do you think it should start at, like?
I guess I'll trust you until you give me a reason not to trust you.
Right. So I'm like that as well. Whereas I go head first, all in, trusting until you give me a reason to not trust you.
I'm not gonna say that's right though.
I'm not saying it's right neither. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's right neither. Dion starts at 100 too, Tiffany says trust is definitely earned. Latifa says,
It's supposed to be.
hey, Ro.
Hi.
And that, oh, can you get my charger? I didn't even think this through. This is how random it is. It's in the room. We have to be on guard. We have to watch. And you're so right. And it's like, I don't even know how to explain it because I don't know how to start at zero. Starting at zero to me means I'm side eyeing you, and that means that I feel shy. You could chime in too, just make sure I'm live. So, but Shy, what do you think? Should trust be earned or should it be freely given?
Trust is earned.
Trust is earned. So, with that being said, with the people who think that trust, I'm sorry, I covered everything because I'm telling you, I really wasn't doing this. But, and it's really random, guys, so I really thank you. So Dion says, face value is how I take you. However, God doesn't do that. God doesn't do that. What do you mean by that? Like, he doesn't start from zero. What do you mean, D? God doesn't do that. Let me know what you mean by that.
Although I've had to learn some hard lessons, so be such a trusting person.
So now let me ask you this. So, do you think people who are freely trusting is more susceptible of getting hurt than people who are more observant? Now, let me say this. You can be observant and see qualities in people and be like, okay, they good. You know what I mean? Because you don't really know a person. Like, you could be with somebody for 15 years and don't know that person. You know what I mean? So where do you stop being on a defense, side-eyeing people to fully trusting? I know that they have to show you, but what if they're showing you? Okay, because this is where the representative comes in. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, is everybody being their representative? Is that what it is? You know what I mean? Like, I just really want to know. And what did you say, Dee, about trust? You said God gives trust even knowing we are sinful wretches. Got it. God said, oh, look at Tiffany. Tiffany said, God said to love, not trust. Woo. Well, that, you know what? He said trust in him.
He said trust in him.
He didn't say trust. He didn't say trust in man. He said trust in him. He said, because man will fail you every time. So you real good. That was good, Tip. Because she said God said to love, not to trust. I would keep that one up.
And trust in him. So.
And then Tifa said, not trusting doesn't mean you have to be on the defense. I don't know how to separate the two. So tell me how to separate that. Because I don't know how to separate the two. Like, if I don't trust you, then I'm gonna very well be on the defense. Like, you know, and
yeah, I don't know how you separate that.
You know, I don't know how. Okay, Jen wrote this whole soliloquy. Let me see. Okay, let's see. So Jen says, earned. I used to say the same thing. I'll trust you until you give me a reason not to. But I learned I wasn't guarding my heart at all. And I wasn't guarding my heart at all. And I was like a golden retriever. You hurt me, I'll back off, and then time heals, and then I'm right back for your liver? Setting myself up to be hurt. I think there's a happy medium. We should guard our hearts and be careful and cautious, but make sure you're not punishing people in your present for what people in your past did to you. Having great discernment. I like that,
well,
Jen.
Isn't that mixing like trust and forgiveness?
I don't think it's about no, because wait, let me just make sure before I answer that. I back off and then time heals, and then I'm right back to it, setting myself up to be hurt. I think there's a happy medium. We should guard our hearts and be careful. No, it doesn't. It's not. It's not. It's more so about what she was saying is to be cautious but open. Don't be too open. There's a thing as being too open. You know what I mean? Or too giving. You can be a giver, but don't have to overgive. You can be trusting, but not overly trusting. Like you would be like, oh yeah, I trust her to go to my car and get something out of my car. But I don't trust her enough yet to let her in my house. I'm trying to give an example. What does that sound?
Because I am an overgiver, so I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Because I'm just too overly trusting.
Right.
And in that, I really feel like that's why I'm more susceptible to being hurt, is because I'm too overly trusting. And I believe that people, and I know that it's a downfall and it's a flaw, because I'm a person that,
I don't think it's a negative one.
I believe so okay, it's just like the saying that says, you doing the same thing expecting a different result is insanity, right? Well, how many times people have to show you that when you're too trusting, you're open to be taken advantage of?
You do it with different people, so is it insanity or like?
No, it is insanity because evidently
everyone's different.
But evidently you ain't learned no lessons, right? Okay, wait a minute. So
naturally a person. It's like you're a naturally nice, giving person, or you're naturally just a caring person.
I know, but then that means that you're really susceptible for people to manipulate you. Okay, so wait. So, not trusting to me just means I'm not sure what I can expect you to do. Right. That's true, Teef. I like that. But the thing, maybe you know what it is? Maybe with trust comes high expectations, because I like that word, expect. So I expect you to be nice. I expect you to give me the same measure that I'm giving you. But that's the biggest misnomer.
I don't think that's wrong. I think they're wrong.
I mean, in the perfect world, it's not wrong, but this is how people are. So Dion says, we would never deal with anyone. Right. Right. Jen laughed. Love. How many times? Wait, where was it? Wait. How many times have we placed unrealistic expectations, not truly knowing what they are capable of doing? See, that's what Tifa, boing, boing, boing. I swear, I did not see your comment yet. I had to scroll up. I did not see your comment. And that's what I'm saying, that word expectations. And I remember my ex told me that I had too much expectations. And we were in a relationship. So how can you have too much expectations when you are in a relationship trying to build something, right? But that goes into, I trusted him. I gave all my trust. You understand what I mean? I gave all my trust, believing that the same measure that I was giving, that I would receive back. And it was an expectation. It was something that he said and I expected it, but he couldn't quite reach it in a grand scheme of things. You understand what I mean? Because of the trust issue. You know, you have to make sure that a person is trustworthy, you know, and people can say that they're trustworthy all they want, but ultimately they ain't trustworthy. Right back at you for your love. Not liver, stupid swipe. Oh, I didn't know what you were saying, Jen. I was like, what was that? The liver.
You forgot what you used to tell me?
What?
You used to tell me if you don't expect things, you won't get disappointed.
I used to tell you that? Wow, look at that. I don't even take my own doggone advice. That's crazy. I don't even take my own advice because I swear, and maybe I felt like, right. Not trusting just means I don't know what I can trust you with. Right. So are we overly trusting with our heart to people that don't deserve it? Are we too quick because they check off all the boxes of what we want? Are we too trusting?
I'm talking about friends, lovers, family.
All of the above.
But there's different levels.
There's different levels. There is different levels of trust. But right now, let's say relationship wise. Okay, wait a minute. Y'all writing, boy. Y'all writing tonight. I love it. And so look, we're not even looking at the freaking well, we're looking at them now. But the responses, and Dion says there's levels to it. Right. And Roger just said there's levels to it. It is levels to it, but I mean, we're talking relational now, if that's how you say it, relational.
Okay.
And then Tifa says, not like you cheated on me. Now I can't trust you.
Wait, but I trusted you not to cheat on me. So am I wrong for trusting you not to cheat on me? You know what I'm saying? If
I have a question.
Too far-fetched to trust that you would respect me and I respect you, it'd be mutual.
I have a question. Wait. No, it's not. Just to answer your question, but I have a question. I have a question in reference to with us getting into relationships and we giving out, not even getting in relationships, because sometimes we get into situationships and we make them more bigger than what they are, right? So that means that our expectations are bigger, right? And we trust in people and they haven't said that they want to be with us. I think we're in our own demise in that aspect. And I'm not saying everybody is not like that. I'm just saying, as far as me, maybe it's transparent one day. You know what I mean? Because I have to hone in on what the issue is, because I think I just really trust too much and leave myself open to be hurt, or open for people to like you have a bullseye on your back, like, you know what I mean? Okay, let me go through these. Dion said, okay, so there's levels to that. She will not give her debit card to a stranger, right? That's common sense, right? Y'all was writing. She said, but I won't believe someone is trying to get me all of the time too. Right. So it got to be like a balance. And that's paranoia. But that's PTSD.
No, that's paranoia.
On some.
You know who's like that.
Right. But and you know what? In the beginning of this year, good CC, you here. What do you think? You think trust should be earned or freely given?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both?
Mm-hmm. Balance.
But see, that makes sense with her Libra behind. Like, it, you know, either way.
I'm not going to take you all the way.
But
well, you have to earn it anyway.
You do have to earn it. But at what point? At what point?
Well, if I know you, I'm damn sure not going to trust you fully. So you have to earn that straight up.
We're live, so don't be cursing.
Damn.
I know it's in the Bible, but I'm just trying to give you.
It's in the Bible.
I'm just giving you. Yeah, I'm just letting you know, just in case you want to go ham on. I want to just let you know.
And then the parents was like, you know what that means, right?
Right. You can be the kindest person. You can be the kindest person in the world and not trust people. Right. And I think that might be me.
Trust nobody?
I don't, it's very hard for me to trust. It's very hard for me to trust a lot of people. And it's due to the many betrayals that I had to live through and get through and mentally, you know, as I'm not a very trusting person. I'm a happy person. I'll talk to you, but you ain't gonna know too much about me. You know what I mean?
That
Like,
makes you happy though.
no, of course it doesn't. But at the rate I'm going, or at the rate that I was going, evidently, I had a bullseye on my back for people who just wanted to openly betray Shannon. So, no wonder I have trust issues. I have reason for having trust issues, but maybe I kept going through that because I know that God teaches us lessons, right? So maybe I was just going through that because I kept failing the test. Maybe that could be it. Maybe I kept failing the test. Tiffany says, you're not going to bring any man or woman around your kids. You're not going to leave your wallet or your purse around just anybody. You have to earn it. You have to expect for people to be themselves. Right. How can you? Oh man, I just.
Well, that's learned. Because if you don't
So
know the
not
person,
trusting strangers with your wallet or your card.
that's
However,
evident.
if you go to a restaurant, you handing someone else your card. That's you don't know them.
Oh, oh,
So,
oh! Listen to what. Listen to what. Listen to what she said.
Every day you trust strangers, you
Look,
go out.
she said, and you know what? I can't even knock it.
That's true.
So she said, yeah, you can't trust people with your wallet or your purse, but you go to a restaurant, you give a complete stranger your card information.
You trust them.
You trust them. You trust them to come back with your card and not tamper with your money. You know what I mean? But yes, you have to earn it. You have to expect people. And then you said, how can you expect for them to be trustworthy if they haven't shown you they are trustworthy? But see, these are the people who have kind of given you their representative in the beginning, because we got to understand we all play a part. We all play a certain character in our life. Whether you want to admit it openly or not, we all play a part. We all have a character that we play when people first meet us. Like I was talking to my friend Antonique last night on last night's show, and when she first met me, I was on some rah-rah, I can fight, I'll punch you in your face, and come to find out I'm the most silliest person that you can ever meet. But you will never get to know that part unless you got to know me. You know what I mean? Like you had to know me to know that I wasn't rah-rah all the time. I mean, for the most part I was, but not I'm digging a deeper hole. I'm just saying for the most part I was just that was my defense mechanism. So I didn't trust, and as I keep talking, it's reasons why I wasn't open to trust people. I just don't think that. I don't know. I don't know what a happy medium is. So Tifa says,
trusting or not trusting.
Right. Tifa says, when you chose to put all your trust in someone or something without them demonstrating that they deserve your trust. You're right. I think that's a character flaw, but I also think that it's a human nature flaw too, because of what we see in people. I think that our own desires for what we want, plus potential,
right? That's it.
Plus the representative makes you trust quicker than you probably should. So let me say that again. So it is what I said. The representative, your perception,
what you see in them.
What you see in them. And your potential. That's what makes people trust quicker. And I really think, and y'all let me know, I really think we trust on the level of our desire. Meaning that in relationships, we want a relationship, so we'll trust. I'm just talking about us, not you, T, because I know you don't.
I mean, when you get in a relationship, is that not a leap of faith that it'll work out, it'll end well, or like not end well, but you know what I mean? The end result will be what you want.
I just saw Tifa's thing. Tifa said, being an ex-criminal, I know what people are capable of. Even with smiles on their faces and open arms, my trust is just valuable. And that's a valuable statement right there, that our trust should be valuable to us. Get her. Trust. Oh, I just lost my train of thought because my niece just went ham real quick. Oh my goodness. But what was I just saying? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not my normal, you know,
It's
this
not written.
It's not written, it's not scripted, you know, because I just really I want to know what other people think. And I thank y'all for being on here because I'm like tired of trusting the wrong people. So I don't want to be too extreme and don't trust at all and close myself off from the right people. I just really believe that I'm just tired of the representative. I'm tired of the people who put up the front in the beginning and can't maintain it past the words to sink in. You understand what I mean? Like, I just, you said read all the comments? Okay. All right, let me see. Dion. All right. The Bible says God is not like man that he would lie. How many liars have you trusted with your secrets, your money, and your children? You know what? And so many liars.
See, okay, if you want to talk about children, no, I don't trust people about children.
Right. Well, I can't even say not with my kid. Like it wasn't a lot of people who got to meet my kid, and when they were able to meet Jasmine was not a welcoming committee, so they didn't like to meet Jasmine.
Like,
yeah, Jasmine always had that stoic look on her face, like, and she still do. She's like, Mom, don't be introducing me to these people. She don't want to know. And they get real intimidated. They be wanting to meet her and make her like them, and then they know that they're in.
That was a nice shot.
What you say when you check? Okay. We sometimes fall for the potential opposed to the obvious. Girl, ooh, that's very good. And that's why potential and so it's the potential. What I say, those 3 points. Can you put that in the comments, Steve? It's what? Potential. We fall in love with our own desire and expectation of what we want. This is how the trust is formed. Our own desire. The representative.
What you see,
and the potential.
You see, that's being motivated.
That's what it is. Because you want to believe that you finally met someone that is really on your level, and like, I don't know. And that wants the same things for you.
Or fulfills whatever you need at that time.
Or fulfills.
So if it's at a time you need just comfort.
He said we can't expect people to treat us like we treat them. Right. And that's what I said earlier about that expectations. Yeah. Like, and I think we all have those expectations somewhere along the line. Your mother said, hi, all my girls. Your mother. Hi. Hi, mommy. Jen said 100%.
Yes, that's my problem.
So Dee says, you are now talking about with men in relationships, right? Because at first you said You trust people. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't trust. I don't trust a lot of people, but I don't be looking at them side eye. I think I look at men side eye because I think that they say what they need to say to get what they need to get, and then after that, it's like whatever.
But then you gotta look at it in women too.
As far as
They do the same thing like men do. They just more slick with it.
I wish we had some men on here because Cece said some a mouthful.
And then now this generation of kids are more slicker than their parents.
Yeah, women don't get caught for nothing.
True indeed. So, do you think that men are more or less trustworthy than women? And what you know about a woman and what you know about men. Because Cece just said something. Cece said, you know, women are slick, you know, so it's not just for men. It's not just against men. Can men trust women? Do we give them a reason to trust us?
I mean, I know a couple of people took secrets to their grave, so
Right. I know a lot. You know, well, I didn't. I'm fortunate to not have to take anything to my grave because at the root of it has allowed me to air all my dirty laundry and be comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm not ashamed of anything because it has brought me to where I am now. But I just really, you know, thank y'all again for being on here because I just really wanted to just talk about it, and y'all are just saying a lot of things. Wait a minute, 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 wait a minute.
No.
Tipa said, I basically trust people to be themselves and then figure out how they fit in my life. Dion says, true, sis. Tiffany said for you going to the restaurant and everything, she said, but you require a receipt.
And she said she also has a protection on her card for such things.
Right.
Like, whoo, she got it covered everywhere.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I don't trust them with my card. I have a security in place to protect my money. Mm-hmm. Read all the comments. But why is it different with your kids than you? It should be the same level of attention.
Was that for me? Because I said my kids.
I think that was for you, Ro. Or it can be for me too. I don't know.
I don't know why. I don't know why. I think the world should be as equally as good and nice as I am, but towards my kids, I feel like I should protect them from the world.
Sure, I don't know. In the last days, you have to.
Like when I took Messiah and Madison to daycare, I kid you not, I was sitting there crying because I was just like, I don't trust these people. My kids can't talk.
Right.
I mean,
well, no, that's different. I think that's every parent's right. As
my best friend was just like, take them.
But was it her first child?
No.
Right. That's why.
I mean, I met other moms with it was the first child. They didn't care. Like, honestly.
Well, I know when I had Jasmine, I let her go to her grandmother's house after 2 weeks. And that was because I grew up with my grandmother. Mm. And I wanted them to have the same relationship that I had with mine. Because family has always been important to me. Right. You know what I mean? So I didn't feel that was something outlandish. That's the time when you know babies pick up scents and then you know they can't see but they smell. Mm-hmm. So I wanted Jasmine to get her scent, know her grandmother. You know what I mean? That was just my thing. Okay, so Dion said ignore the red flags. Yes, I ignore red flags all the time, and it's so dumb because it comes to me way before things happen and I ignore them. And sometimes I forget, and sometimes it's just because I know what I want. And that's the main thing.
I don't think I ignore red flags. I think in a relationship, I try to work through them instead of just believing the red flags and go working with it. Like, my angels.
Yeah, but even the red
See-
flag, it's a life lesson.
Right. Oh, nice. See.
Yeah, but do you just take that life lesson and leave, or do you take a life lesson and try to work?
But you,
But
well,
some people, you could be in a relationship for 25 plus years, still married, and you've been supposed to leave, but people stay to try to work it out.
That's what I'm saying. So which one do you do?
Get done.
That's what I'm saying.
that could have just been because you were holding on to something that you shouldn't have been holding on to.
Yeah, but you don't know that until your mind is really done.
Yeah. Your mind, head over heart decisions.
Well,
Because
take
Cece
that-
just said, Cece's saying something. She said it's not going to happen until your mind is done, not your heart, but your mind is done. When your mind is tired of thinking, wait. My point is, we will go into protective mode over our children, but neglect to protect ourselves.
I do that.
If we don't protect ourselves, what are we teaching our children? You're very right.
No, yeah.
Very right. Very true.
I'm still trying to balance that.
Yeah.
Very true.
That is true to an extent.
I'm still trying to balance it. I feel like taking your.
But at the end of the day, goes, you have to learn from it. You try to protect yourself all the time. You're not going, when you have mistakes, then what you going to learn from it? Are you going to go crazy, or are you going to try to go through it?
I went crazy.
Roger said I was just gonna go crazy. No, I learned from my stuff. I learned from it. But then it,
She might
go in the room. It's open, but I don't need you playing in the background. Dion, get your grandbaby.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to just come on here just to talk about that. I like all of these responses. And I'm still trying to figure out how to find a happy medium. Like, I think Jen said it when she said, be cautious, but be open. Like, you gotta be able to balance it out. Like, and take things at face value. Like, never add anything to the story or to the dialogue. If you don't understand certain things, don't just bypass it. Ask those important questions so that you have an understanding, so you're not giving your trust to somebody who's not really worth you trusting them. You know what I mean? And I think that I'm on it like this too, because I want somebody that I can trust with my life. Outside of God, because God, I know I could trust God with my life. But I also know that he said, even in these end times, we can still be blessed in the land of the living. And I want to be able to be free to trust the person that comes in without bringing my baggage. I don't carry the baggage of a lot of my betrayals any longer, because they no longer affect me. And I do this thing all the time. Like, when I'm really, really trying to get over something, I do like this, and I say, God, check my heart. Check my heart. And if I feel like I still feel something in my heart, then I know I'm not over it. So that's how I self-check. It may sound stupid and, all spiritual and stuff, but I'm like, and I wait for it. Like, I wait for, if my heart does something, like, while I'm thinking, and I'm still meditating on, like, check my heart. Do I have a problem with this? Am I hateful? Am I being hateful? Check me. Like, and I know it sounds weird, but I do that.
Self-awareness.
Yeah, I know I do that.
Self-awareness, yeah.
Chifa says, my guard is down 100% for my husband. He has earned that. Yes, even if he does something I disagree with or could hurt me, I know his intentions. Right. But that's what the problem is. And that's why I really want to do a single summit. I was supposed to do something this month with that, but I'm going to do a single summit, because one of the things that we as singles need to really understand is the power of no. I remember Tiffany used to always say, Tiffany says that no is a complete sentence. It doesn't require any
Explanation.
additional, yeah, any explanation. And if you have a no check in your spirit about people, even though your desire says, I want this,
Mhm.
but you know deep down in your heart that you shouldn't, how we need to stand on that and understand that that's power to be able to recognize those things
Right. Even though
and
you
to
don't
make
want
a conscientious decision to say no, I don't want that, or yes, I want that. I also want to say that, in us looking for us to be able to trust people, we also have to be trustworthy ourselves. So we need to also check ourselves, and make sure that we have the same measure that we expect from other people.
that is no.
You know what I mean? That we have it. We can say that we want all these things, but if we don't have those same qualities, um, how can we expect it?
I expect it because I do have it.
Well, I know about the trust, but maybe it's other things. Maybe the trust can't be given because they haven't seen other things. See, that's where I got one of my relationships really mixed up. And that's the 7 year relationship situationship.
Mm.
But by my actions, by the things that I displayed, allowed him or gave him reason not to trust.
Mhm.
And it didn't have anything to do with a male or me cheating. It had everything to do with my mindset
Mhm.
and what my willingness was to go and get it.
Mhm.
So there's different levels to trust of why a person won't invest in you or um spend that, put that
extra
time,
mile.
right, put that time and effort into you.
Mhm.
And that was one of my misconceptions about it. As I was pointing fingers at him, I didn't realize what he was trying to teach me, because at that time I didn't even think that he was trying to teach me.
Mhm.
You understand what I mean? So everything is all about perspective. And like Jen said, that sharpening of the discernment of who to trust and who not to trust. We have these misconceptions of what we desire, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what God desires for us.
Mhm.
And so we end up casting our pearls to swine because of our expectations and our desires and potential. Those are the three. I think did you write that down? You wrote that down wrong?
Mm-mm. Oh my God.
D, can you write that down for me so I could come back to the comments? Because I keep forgetting it, but I want to put it on the meme because
So you said what?
the three things with trust and with just with people is this as our desire,
Mhm.
um, is our
Expectation.
expectations, but I don't think expectations was one of them. It
Okay.
was
I thought it was expectation. Did you expect
the um no, not expectation. The
representation?
here's the definition of trust: firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something.
Right.
Right. Um,
That's what I'm saying.
we fall in. No, it's the representative, our desires, and their potential. So our desires, their representative,
This one.
and potential. She said, all of this takes time. This is why I do not start at 100. Yeah. Yeah, because you really don't know about the reliability of a person. And so, and you know, and sometimes you make rash decisions because you're not in the same headspace as people. Because I can say that if I was able to really understand what I had in a person and what they, and the reason why certain relationships didn't work, it was trust in other areas. It wasn't trust with me dealing with a man outside of my relationship. It wasn't that I cheated. I had to be able to show him that I was trustworthy, to have his back just as much as he had mine. And, you know, I just had to talk this out. And I'm so happy that y'all was here with me to do it. And she wrote it down. The representative, our desire, and potential. So I thank y'all for coming on tonight. I just really wanted to talk about it. And again, know that it was just off the cuff. I got some good information, and I love the fact that my nieces came out and really talked with me tonight. I'm very happy about that. Thank you to the people who always logs on for At the Root of It, my sisters, Dion and Latifa, Jennerin, Tiffany. These are my babies, and I love y'all for supporting me. Until we meet again, we'll be talking sooner rather than later. Same bat station, same bat time on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please don't forget to click, tag, share, comment. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will greatly, greatly appreciate it. And subscribe. And if y'all know anybody that knows anything about websites, please recommend them to me. I need help with my website. Other than that, I love y'all to life. Love, peace, and hair grease, guys. Bye. Till we meet again. Bye, boobies.
Welcome, everyone. We want to thank you for taking some time out of your day to be with us. Come on, let's get to the root of it.
In these times that we live, we take strides to move forward. We strive to be more, stay strong and be focused. Start a while, we make choices, live or die. Take over starts at the root, and the truth may be hard to swallow. Step one, self-love above anything else.